Okay, you have four different types of delays to choose from. A stands for analog, D is for digital, P is for Pong, and T is for tape. And those are just different types of delay. So you kind of have to play around with them and see which ones you like. Now, the way they've set this up, there's two different features. You have the first one is the variation delay, and that's under there. And then if we went up, there's a number that will give us the delay time. And if I went all the way up here, what this will do is it'll just kind of make it really long time between long time between the echoes. Okay, that's what that'll do. Going back up then to that, each one of these now, the A1 stands for analog. On A1, the feedback is at 5% and the level is 15. The level should be like how loud your echoes are going to be. Okay, if I go up each number, the feedback stays at 5%, but now it's 30 on the level, so it should be giving you louder feedbacks, or I'm sorry, louder echoes. And I do have to go back into here. Okay, so I lowered that time there so we don't have a... Okay, so you can hear the delay and the feedback on this too. If I went to... Let's see, let's take it back. Go for our highest level. A9 is going to give us, I think, 45% feedback and 50% on our level. So it should be a louder sound. Okay. If I wanted to make make the delays longer, longer pauses, it would sound like this. Okay, so you can play around with that. If I got rid of the time, that would give me more of like a slapback echo. I think that kind of worked better with the Pong, I think. So. Okay, it sounds, give you kind of heading towards that surf sound from a pipeline, something like that. Okay, so I shut off the delay. Now I'm going to go to the reverb next. 51 through 59 is imitation of a Fender Twin Reverb, which is like a spring type reverb. And what this makes it sound like you're playing in an empty church or empty hall. There's no carpeting or drapes. Okay. And I think out of all these, let's see, the next section was room. Doesn't last as long, but the H is really cool, I thought. It stands for hall. And I've actually compared this to my tube amp, and it's a Fender with reverb on it, and this is a pretty good imitation, so they did a nice job with it. Okay, so our next section now is the expression pedal, so I'm going to show you a couple features on that. And again, your PR or the RP90 is not going to have, they would have that, but you have to add you have to add your own pedal to it. Okay, right now it says PR. Okay, the PR stands for pre-delay volume, and PS stands for post-delay volume. So these will basically control your volume. Right now I got toe up, pressing toe down. Okay. If I go up, then GA stands for gain. So I have an amp that's got, you know, some distortion type or some gain on it. So right now, what this will do, that's a very clean sound. As I go down on the pedal, it increases the gain. Pedal up, pedal down. Okay. Let's see what else is in here. RL is the control for reverb. Okay, right now toes up, toe down. Toe is still down, toe up. Okay, so you can do assign a couple different things to this, but only one at a time. That's the only problem with it. You have to decide: do you want to control your volume? Do you want to control reverb? Do you want to control? If I had effects in here, I can control the amount of effects, such as amount of chorus, and I can increase it as I push down on the pedal. Okay, the other thing we need to do is go back now to our pickup and wah section, because now we're going to go ahead and put a wah pedal in there for number 8. So what the pickup part means is that right here, that's SH stands for single coil, which is on your guitar, type of your pickup. It'll make a single coil sound like a humbucker. So it's kind of hard to tell. I'm trying to adjust my tone control so that you can hear actually my pickup control. Okay, but you can play around with that, and the HS makes the humbucker sound like a single coil. Just another way of really giving you different tones. Okay, I don't really use that too much. I just use my pickup control. Okay, next three, CB, CY, and FR those are your settings for a wah pedal. Okay, so this will let me do a wah. Now, if right now it's not complete. If I press on my pedal, it still isn't working. I have to assign it with my expression pedal. So I have to go back over. Okay, and let's see. Okay, I got RL. I gotta look for there it is. If I go through, and I got my PR and PS for the volume. Now I got AH. I can't remember what AH stands for, but that is for the wah. So now so there you go, you got your wah. Now what I can do, if I'm happy with that, I can hit my store button, number 8, hit it again, and there I go. Now I have number 8 is my wah pedal. Okay. Okay, so now that we've learned how to use all these different effects, we can get an idea, number 1, what all these different effects do. Now we can learn how to program, and we can alter our tones. So let's say I wanted to go back into some of our other pre-programmed ones. Okay, number 5 I had as a tremolo. Let's say I didn't want to do tremolo anymore. I can just go ahead, go into my edit mode. That's on T for tremolo 7. Let's say I wanted to do flanger. Okay, so that's how, now that I know I can do that, and so I can go ahead and make that change. The other good thing about what we've just learned is now I can go through everything now and look at what's assigned here. Okay, if I go all the way back to the beginning, right there, when it shows the preset, I can see what's been turned on. Okay, so there's an amp or distortion on, something on noise gate, and there's some type of effect chosen. So I can go and I can alter those, or maybe I want to put some delay or reverb in, or do something. I got, I want to right now the expression pedal has no controls. It's no volume, no gain. It doesn't have any control of anything. So I probably would want to go back into that and add something to it. The other thing I could do is, so I can go through that now and I can look at, okay, amp and distortion. I can go ahead and maybe lower the distortion. Or the other thing is we hear that buzz. So I can go into the noise gate and maybe I can boost that up a little. There, I got rid of that. So that's how you need to know how to program this. Okay? And again, I don't want to save those changes, so I just hit my up preset, up foot switch, and that gets me out. And what I monkeyed around with there was not saved. Okay, let's say I want to go, I'm going to go to 34 and just show you another thing we can do is we can take a pre-existing patch, as long as it's 1 to 50. I did make a little printout of all the preset lists that came with it. So you can see on the left, numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, Recto, Clean Chorus, British, Tweedy. It lists them all, okay? And there's 50 of them. There's so many of them. And then you'll see the number next to it, 51, 52, 53. Those are the factory settings. So those you can't edit and save. They're always there though in case you make a mistake with one of them and you say, oh, I wish I can get that back. Let's say I had, I was playing around with Analog Boy and I goofed it up and I really want to get it back. All I'd have to do is go to 55 and then save it as 5. Okay, so that's pretty cool. I want to show you one more thing then. I chose number 34. It's called Ain't It Swell, or Isn't It Swell? And let's hear what it sounds like. Okay, it's got that swell effect. Okay, so, and if we look at all the different things that are programmed in, there's an amp chosen, EQ's chosen, noise gates on, there's some type of effect chosen, delay, reverb, and something on the expression. And I just found out it's just volume. Okay, so what I could do now is I can go ahead and I can kind of dissect this a bit to find out why this sounds the way it is. So I'm going to go check out some of these. Okay, U7. If I look up U in my manual, U stands for Digitech clean type of an amp. So that's giving me a clean sound. Okay, if I wanted to put some distortion, I just go into here and find some distortion, or like a heavier Marshall stack sound if I wanted to. Go into EQ and see it's 5, 5, and 6. Okay, there's a little extra treble in there. There's really, but 5 again is means no added volumes or lost volumes on those frequencies. So if I want to emphasize higher notes, I can go up on the treble. Noise gates there, that's probably a good idea. Or I'm sorry, that's the swell function. 56, that's why we have the swell. Okay, as far as the effect, it's C6, it's a chorus sound. Delay, it's a tape delay. 9, it's a lot of feedback and a lot of levels. And 45 is the time delay on it. Okay, reverb is Hall. 5, it's a pretty good amount. All this stuff will make you think about what kind of sound I want. What do I want to add? What do I want to take away on a certain preset? Okay, and the other good thing is that if you go to Digitech's websites, there's a community section that people have kind of figured out what they thought was a good sound, such as AC/DC sound, or what I know the sound was for Van Halen's Talking About Love. I think Ain't Talking About Love. And you go and you click on that preset and it'll tell you how to program it. And I tried it and they did a really good job. So there are a lot of things a lot of resources out there as a guitarist. So I hope you have fun with this. I hope you learned something. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you guys on the next video.